I auditioned to be on, it was called, so there's like loads of channels, like the 7 Supergirls, 7 Perfect Angels. There was one called 7 Twinkling Tweens, which was like for the younger kid, I know. Yeah. But like I auditioned for that, and when I joined, like I got on obviously. When I got on, they had like about 100,000 subscribers. So that was like a big jump. Like I just kind of got put into it. I didn't really earn those 100,000, but like thanks to whoever did.
Yeah.
And then I just like worked my way up. So like that channel was one of the smaller ones, and then like how it worked, like if you got really good views, they would like progress you to the next channel. And like obviously the channels grew while I was on them as well. Like when I joined 7 Perfect Angels, I think there was like 400,000 subscribers, but then when I left there was like nearly 2 million. So it was like it did grow.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus.
7 Supergirls was like the really big one that I was on until I was like 16. And that had, I think, like 3 or 4 million when I joined, and then when I left it was like nearing the 10 million mark. So it was like it was getting there.
Were the 10 million plaques even like a thing back then? Like, what did many channels actually hit those sort of heights like back then? Or
that many had, like, I know it was a thing. The plaque was a thing because we were like, oh, we're gonna get it, and like it closed down. We were on like 9 million. I was like, oh, maybe not.
What was that jump? What was that jump like then? So obviously you've gone from a girl with doing YouTube with her friends with 500 subscribers, and then you've been gone into 100,000 subscribers. What was that jump like then? Was it like, what was it like?
It was definitely weird. I think when you're younger as well, so like I was 12 when this happened, everything feels like a longer time period, if you know what I mean. So like I was on 7 Twinkling Tweens only for like a month or 2 months, and like within that month I went from having like 100 Instagram followers to having like a few thousand, and like I had like a fan page, and I remember I was so excited. It was like highlight of my life, like getting that fan page. I was like, whoa, they really like me. And then like I guess, I don't know, it still kind of progressed slow-ish, because although there was like 100,000, it's still a lot, but like not all 100,000 are going to see you straight away and be like, oh my god, it's Ellie. Like they don't really care at first, and you kind of like grow with them, and then more people watch your videos each week. So I don't know, I guess it was kind of gradual, but at the same time it's like still a big difference.
Was it overwhelming? Like was it a bit scary at times where like you're just a normal person, you've got, like you said, you've got all these fan pages, these followers? Was it overwhelming?
A little bit. I think like my parents thought it was really like overwhelming. They were like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? But I was like, oh, I'm like the other YouTubers now. Like to me, I was like, I've been waiting my whole life for this. I'm ready for it. Like I was like, keep making fan pages, people. I'm excited.
What did they think to it, your parents? Obviously, because like Josh said, you've gone from being not even a normal person, it's like a normal kid. You were literally like 11, 12. And also, did it affect, because what was the schedule like? Because did it affect your childhood in any way, shape, or form? Because obviously I imagine it was pretty full on being on a channel of that size at that age. You know, how did that affect like day-to-day life for you?
So, well, my parents were supportive. Like at first they were a bit like, what are you doing? Like YouTube, loads of people watching. They were like, they wanted me to use a fake name or like not show my face and stuff, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. But they like got used
just
to
wear
it.
like an anonymous mask, like you just wear one of the masks.
Yeah.
Just a hippo mask all the time.
In this really kid-friendly channel, you've just got like one of them scream masks on.
Like the kids on TikTok that do that now, they're always on my For You page and they're like, hey guys, I can't show my face.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've got a unicorn head that I wore for Halloween. Should I get it?
terrifying.
Hang on, I'll show. Because wasn't your name Ellie the Unicorn at one stage as well?
Yeah, that was my first channel name. So like,
I've got this. Look at that. It's really scary. I wore this for Halloween.
Far too much money on it. He spent far too much money on it.
Maybe missed his trick by not wearing that on your YouTube channel. That might have been, you know,
good branding. It's good branding.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was the schedule like? Because I imagine it was pretty full on.
Yeah, it was like, so we only did one video a week, but the videos, they were like skit videos, so they were like little sketches, but like to make them work and to make them actually good, you had to spend time doing like a little script and like buying costumes, dressing up, like learning character lines and stuff like that. So it was really full on. Like it wasn't too bad in the like earlier days because we would make videos that would be like 4 or 5 minutes long, so it weren't that bad. But then like towards like 2015, 16, that kind of time when it was like getting a bit older, that's when like YouTube started pushing out longer videos. So they wanted all the videos to be like over 10 minutes, which like it's a bit harder because it's all scripted and like the editing took hours.
Yeah.
So it got a bit like much. Like when I was doing GCSEs and stuff, that's like it finished like just as I finished my GCSEs. But the whole time I was like prepping for that, it was like missing loads of lessons because we had like loads of trips to America, like to film videos. So we'd fly to America for 2 weeks, and then I'd come back, and like the teachers would be like, "Oh, you've missed like half your GCSE prep and like all of this." It's a bit.
Did that have a strain on you as a person then? Because did that have a strain on you as a person then? Because like you can imagine how like GCSEs. I mean, we've all done them. You know, like they're stressful at the best of times. But flying to America and missing lessons, what was the impact on you as a person?
I think. I don't know. I never used to get that stressed when I was younger. I don't know why, because now I'd be like so thrown off if I missed weeks of lessons. But when I was younger, I was just like, oh, I'll pick it up. Like,
right, yeah, you're just a bit more blasé.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably like the dream to miss lessons when you're that age, like that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, to go to America.
Yeah, definitely. I was always kind of like not top of my class, but like I had never really struggled in school that much. So when I got to like that kind of age, I was like, well, if I don't do great, like if I don't do my best, I'm still gonna pass, hopefully. Like I'll scrape a pass. But like hopefully I won't fail even if I am missing classes and stuff.
What was it like in school for you then? Like was it just normality in school? Because obviously you'd always, I'm guessing for like in your time, you'd always kind of had that level of sort of like, you know, social media, like fame and stuff like that. So was it just normality or like life in school for you? How was it being like this person?
I don't know. I feel like there's a few things I like missed out on. Like there was some things that was weird in school, like for one, so I started when I was in year 7, and then when I was in year 8, some of the new year 7s like knew me or like watched my videos and stuff. And then every year the new year 7s would like come up to me, and like it was fine, but then also it's like you feel like they're always watching you, and they're like, like I don't want to like swear or like do anything.
Just in the corner of the classroom, just looking, just staring,
like staring through the windows or whatever. So that was a bit weird. And then also just because like those channels that I was on had like a huge focus on being like super child friendly, like PG, like wearing like clothes and stuff that like young teenagers would wear, not like older teenagers. So when I was like 15, 16, my friends were starting to go to parties and like house parties and stuff like that. I was like, I want to go, but I've got to be so careful because I don't want people posting photos. Like if I like drink or anything, then that's it. Like I'm gonna get thrown off the channels. I'm gonna be like done. So I was like, I've got to play by the rules so carefully.
Did that oh fuck, I thought I was saying. No, I was gonna say, did that have an impact on you then? Like, did you feel like you couldn't be yourself? Like, did you always had to be like someone else, had to really put on this like persona at all times? Because you know you do have like the way you conduct yourself like on TV and stuff is different, but having to conduct yourself like that in just ordinary life, like, did you feel like you couldn't be yourself?
A little bit. I think I've had like a really close friendship group for like my whole life basically. So obviously like with them I just do whatever really. But like it's more like in a big setting. Like in school I was always a bit like I didn't want the younger kids to like look at me and think I wasn't how I was online, or like I don't know, like that kind of thing. But my friends and like the people in my year especially, because I like grew up with them and they like grew up with me doing YouTube, then it was never really that weird. It was just like Ellie does YouTube. It wasn't like a weird thing.